82. We'll have more on the action weather forecast coming up in just a little bit. But right now, I want to go over to John.
Okay, Bill, thank you very much. You know, today is Veterans Day, where we take time to honor those who served our country. Joining us now is this morning is Michelle Taylor. Michelle is the surviving spouse of Major David Taylor and their son Jake. Jake, thanks for being here. But Major Taylor lost his life in Afghanistan back in 2006 in Baghdad. And Michelle, I guess the first thing I want to ask you about is tell me a bit about your husband.
He was a really good guy, a bit of a prankster. Always had to do the right thing. You know, if you went to the grocery store and you got a cart full of groceries, you couldn't just leave the cart by the cars. You had to roll the cart all the way back. And yeah, it's sort of in every area of his life, he tried to always do the right thing and was just a really good...
It's interesting that you bring that up because I actually read his eulogy and some of the things that stood out to me, and I believe it was his brother giving the eulogy.
Yes.
Some of the things that stood out to me are some of the things that he said. Life isn't fair, get over it. Things often get worse before they get worse. I thought that was really funny. But there's no whining. Take care of your own business, and sometimes you just need to find a backbone and do the right thing. To me, this is everything that the country needs to be now. You know, you got to put on your boots, grab a hammer, and get things done. This man, your husband, is a tremendous individual.
Thank you.
One of the other ones that was in the eulogy, though, is freedom isn't free. Is that something that you have a hard time dealing with yourself? And is that something, like, how do you pass that message on to Jake?
Well, it's difficult, especially, you know, having to explain to Jake why his dad isn't here and why so many men and women are serving this country overseas and willing to risk their life, risk everything so that we can have the freedoms here that we do enjoy. And you know, you think not only about those who have lost their life and their families, but also the wounded warriors, you know, people who have lost their limbs or might have invisible injuries from what they have suffered over there. So it is true that freedom comes at a cost, and we're really grateful for the city of Gulfport to remember Dave this weekend and to celebrate the wounded vets.
And you brought a book with you. What is this book that you have with you?
Well, this is a book of letters that people wrote to Jake. Jake was just 4 months old when his dad was killed, and some of his friends and some of the men who served with Dave took time to write letters and sort of want Jake to learn in a different way what his dad was about. And you know, among the letters is a letter here from Brian Taylor, who is with the Wounded Veterans Vet Sports Organization, which is going to be participating in this volleyball match this afternoon. And you know, so kind, while Brian was still recovering from his injuries at Walter Reed, he took the time to write this letter to Jake, telling Jake about his dad and some of the stories of what his dad did in Iraq and just the kind of person he was.
Okay, so tell us a bit about this event today that's happening at the beach, this volleyball game.
Well, it'll be the vet sports team against the Gulfport Police and Fire Department. And we're cheering for vet sports, so we hope that will come out well for us today.
And Jay, are you going to be playing volleyball today?
No.
No? Well, you got one there right now. That was a definite no. I don't think there was any maybe in that at all.
But Jake and I walked in the Veterans Day Parade in Gulfport yesterday, and Jake had to throw out these volleyballs. So that was a lot of fun for him.
Good work, Jake. Well, you know what? I'm a better person for meeting you. I wish I met your husband. Jake, very nice meeting you. Good work. Michelle, thank you very much. Best of luck. Let's get the information on screen of what's going on today. And there it is. The Gulfport Beach Volleyball Benefit kicks off with a live band today at noon. Vet Sports Wounded Warriors athletes will take on Gulfport firefighters and police. They're looking for spectators. There's going to be lots of activities going on. Proceeds will benefit the Taylor family, and you can find more information by heading to our website, abcactionnews.com. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Many will visit local war memorials on this Veterans Day, but what if you could go to just one location to honor veterans of every war Florida citizens have ever fought in? Our Brendan McLaughlin explains one park in Tampa is trying to make that possible.
On a beautiful fall day, Veterans Memorial Park